Guys, in today's video, we're talking about vacant houses, why we look for vacant houses, and a few different ways that you can find them with little or no money out of pocket. I'm gonna talk about how important this is right now. Now, look at this guy right here. He is pulling his hair out, right? Because he's got a vacant house. Somebody owns a vacant house. And why are vacant houses so important, guys? We're looking for individuals who will sell their house at a discount because we need to have equity in the house to make money on it, unless you're using some creative strategies. But unanimously, when I talk to high-level real estate entrepreneurs across the country, people that build big companies, vacant houses are the #1 source that they're getting for deeply discounted deals, the ones they're making big profits on. And here's why. This guy's incredibly stressed out because if you own a vacant house, whether you're a homeowner that's owning it and you move to a different state and you still have a house sitting there that hasn't sold, or you're an investor and the house is vacant, somebody is paying on that house and not gaining the benefit for doing so, right? Very emotionally stressful. And stress and emotion cause people to do things that they normally wouldn't do otherwise, like selling a house at a massive discount to an investor who offers them cash right now today. So there are taxes, insurance, water, electric, yard fees. There's lots of different costs that can be associated with owning a vacant property. If you're a real estate investor and that house is sitting vacant, and you were only able to put like $10,000 of repairs in the house and it needs another $20,000 to finish it out, and they can't find that extra $20,000, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna dump it and cut their losses. What do you think this individual who had a house that they were living in, who moved halfway across the country to start a new life, and this old house is back at home, back in their old life, and they wanna get it off their plate as fast as possible? What do you think they might do? They may release that property at a discount and sell it for cheaper than they normally thought they would have. So it's very important to understand somebody is paying for this vacant house and not gaining the benefit. Now, how do we find these vacant houses? I'm gonna talk about 3 different ways that are cheap and easy for you new investors as well as experienced investors to capitalize on looking for vacant houses. Number 1, you've heard about this, DFD. What do you think that stands for? Driving for dollars, right? We've all heard about this. The lazy investor sits at home and mails postcards or sits at home and looks on the internet, while experienced investors put some type of driving for dollars campaign into operation, right? Whether you're doing it intentfully with a strategy or you're just going out to your properties already. So you don't have to just drive out into the neighborhoods, guys, or pay someone to do this. But if you're owning rental properties and you're owning houses that you're rehabbing and you're making 30-minute drives to these neighborhoods, why not, while you're around your property, while your workers are there and you're just killing time, drive around the neighborhoods with a pen and paper and write down all the houses that you can clearly tell are vacant. And you're gonna ask, how do I know a house is vacant? Guys, it is not that hard to tell if a house is vacant, right? You can usually tell. There's lots of signs and indicators that the house is vacant. Use common sense, right? And even if you think it's vacant and it's not, there's a chance if you mail that house, you still may buy that house at a discount, or if you're a real estate agent, you may pick up a listing because people sell their houses all the time. So keep a list together while you're driving for dollars. Now, if you are not good at telling if a house is vacant, which you will be over time, it's very, very easy once you kind of figure it out. Let's go to the second one, walking for dollars, right? So I know most of you are never gonna just get out in the neighborhoods and go walk around the streets looking for vacant houses, and I don't expect you to as a business owner. It's a horrible return on investment for you as the actual owner of the business. But one of the strategies that we use to get very, very big deals, and I'll tell you why we use it and why it's so powerful, is we send people out in the neighborhoods, neighborhood canvassing with door knockers or flyers that they're putting on the doors. First off, full disclosure, do not put a flyer or any type of marketing on a house that has a no soliciting sign, guys. Respect those people. That is their wish. They're probably not gonna work with you anyways if you disrespected them, and they're gonna be upset with you, right? You're just gonna get a bunch of angry phone calls. Now, here's what we do. We have individuals go out into neighborhoods and put flyers on doors. Why would we do this? Because right now, the reason why most investors are not getting deals is because they're following the path of least resistance and they're doing the laziest thing possible, which is what everybody else is doing. They're not taking time to get out in the neighborhoods. And so if you get into the neighborhoods and you put marketing on every single door, what are you doing? You're getting away from all those people that are marketing the same list: bankruptcy list, divorce list, code enforcement list, high equity list, absentee owner list, eviction list. Guys, there's so many lists you can go after and everybody's going after them. But you know what they don't have? A list for job transfer, a list for people moving into assisted living facilities, people moving for school start, people just moving for any random reason. They do not create lists for this. You cannot find a list broker selling these lists. The only way you're gonna get these big deals is going door to door in the neighborhoods. And guess what? If you find one of those gems, one of those diamonds hidden in the rough, You're the only one that's going to be marketing to them. You don't have 5 other investors that were on the same website SEO link where they just called a bunch of companies and you're out there competing against 20 other companies, right? We're trying to go where the herd is not going. If all the sheep are over here, we want to be the lion over here hunting alone, right? So while they go into the neighborhoods, they're putting a flyer or a door knocker on every single house. They're trying to set the appointment. If the house looks like it's got a lot of signs of financial distress, we've got other videos talking about this, guys. Go check them out. What are they going to do? They're going to door knock that house and try to get the appointment right then. But while they're putting flyers out there, we train them to go and look at the house, right? Not to go in the bushes and kind of peek in the windows and get them arrested. But guys, when they walk up to the house, clearly, you know when you're putting a flyer on the door, if you're looking in the windows as you're walking up, there's no furniture in it. The house, you can clearly tell the HVAC's not on, the electric's not on. You know these houses are vacant. It's gonna make sense when you start trying to look for vacant houses. They're pretty easy to spot. So what they're doing while they're in the neighborhood is they're putting marketing on the doors while creating a walking for dollars list. And then we go back and mail these houses, or we skip trace them, however we're gonna do it. We go and find a way to track down these homeowners because somebody is paying on this house and not getting the benefit. I'm gonna keep stressing that, why vacant houses are so powerful. And the last one is, guys, this is a good one to go after. You can go after the water list, right? So if the water to this house is shut off, what does that mean? It means nobody could be living in there utilizing the water. They can't be taking showers. They can't be doing other things, right? You need water to live in a house. So you can go down to the city and ask for the list of all the houses that have had the water shut off. Now, it's important to understand we're getting people from all across the country watching this channel right now. Every state, every city, everywhere is gonna be different. Some places you're gonna be able to get these lists. Some people are not gonna be able to get the list. And then if you get the list, one of the things you wanna see is some states and some cities where we have people out there that we've talked to and worked with, we're finding out that you can actually get the dates of when the water shut off. So say the water was shut off on the 1st and it was turned back on the 7th or the 10th, or in a very short time window. We wanna find the houses where the water's been shut off the longest. If it's been shut off for just a few days, usually what that means is they didn't pay their bill and they turned it back on, or that house was just sold. And do you want to be marketing to a house that someone just bought the house? Because when you sell a house and someone else buys a house, there's a transfer in the utilities, if that makes sense. So we want to find the ones that have the longest period of time where the water's been shut off and work back up that list and invest more time, energy, and resources going after the ones that have had a longer time where the water's shut off. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Vacant houses are very powerful because there's a time suck and a dollar suck on the individuals that are owning it. And here's 3 different ways that cost little or no money. When you're driving around, look for houses when you're out in the neighborhoods, guys. You can actually go out there and drive around looking, they call it driving for dollars. A lot of people do it. Just go out there and look for vacant houses. Walking for dollars while your neighborhood canvassing crews are out there, make sure they're keeping a list. If you're paying them to go out there anyways, make sure they're building this list. And the last one, guys, the house has got no water to it. Probably someone is not living in it. So there you go. Hope it works for you guys. Let me know if you got any deals doing this strategy. If you haven't already done so, subscribe below, guys. If you have any comments on what I just talked about, or you want to put your input in, put it below, guys. I'd like to hear your opinion on this, but I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day.